Okay, today we're going to start solving equations that have fractional exponents. And it's a really simple process to do. We just undo the exponent. For example, we know that to the 1/2 power means square root. So how do you undo a square root? You undo a square root by squaring. So I would square both sides here, and the answer would be obviously 36. But more importantly, if the power is 1/2, then I undo it by multiplying by 2 over 1. Because when I raise a power to a power, I multiply, and that leaves me with a 1 right there. So it's a really simple lesson. Alright, don't panic when you see something like this. Let's say I gave you 4x minus 5 equals 20 on a test. You would think that was really easy. You do, okay, 4x equals 25, x equals 25 over 4. Right, no problem. So now we're going to solve it the same way. I'm going to add 5, 4, x to the 2/3 equals 25. Just like before, we're going to divide by 4. And now we just have one little step left. We have to undo that fractional exponent. So that means I have to, remember, it's power over root. So how do I undo a cube root? I cube it. And how do I undo a second power? I square root it. So if I raise one side to 3/2, I have to raise the other side to the 3/2 power. A power to a power multiplies, they cancel out. And now remember what they're asking me here to do. This means power over root. It's asking me to take the square root of this, which would be, so I'm going to, in my mind, my little bubble over here. The square root of that would be 5 over 2. But then I still have to cube root it. So now I'm going to have, not cube root it, cube it. So 5 cubed is 125, and 2 cubed is 8. So this answer is 125 over 8. Alright, same thing right here. I got to isolate this x. So the first thing I'm going to do is divide by 2. I have x to the negative 1/3 equals 3. Now I have to get rid of a fractional exponent. I'm going to take the reciprocal of 1/3, make it 3 over 1, so I undo. And now, if I didn't make this negative, I'd still have a negative. So I have to negate it because I want these to multiply together to get me 1. So I'm just left with x to a first power, which is really x. Now 3 to the negative 3. Right, here's my thought bubble again. 3 to the 3rd is 27. But remember, a negative exponent does not mean the answer is negative. It means, when I put that negative there, to flip it. So I'll just take 27 and flip it, and turn it into 1 over 27. Alright, so you get the hang of it? Just divide by 9 here, isolate the variable. I have to divide by 9 here, so 1/3 divided by 9 is 1/3 times 1/9, so this is really 1 over 27, and now I have to handle the fractional exponent. And I get rid of a fractional exponent, everybody! That's right, whoopa! By raising it to the reciprocal. So the reciprocal of negative 3/4 is negative 4/3. That turns out to be A. This is asking me to take the cube root, so here's my little thought bubble. The cube root of 1 over 27 is 1/3. I still have to raise that to the 4th power. Well, 1 to the 4th power is 1, and 3 to the 4th power is 81. And then I still have the negative, which then tells me to flip it. So my final answer is 81. Okay, so how to solve this problem? By now this should be real easy. This is our last problem. We add 1, we add 1. We get 2 cube roots of x to the 4th equals 162. Still want to isolate that variable, so I'm going to divide by 2. So now I have this cube root of x to the 4th equals 81. Well, you can look at it quite a few different ways. You can undo one layer at a time. So for example, how do you get rid of a cube root? You cube both sides. And that would leave me with x to the 4th equals, well, 81 cubed is a huge number. So I don't want to look at it that way. I want to look at it this way, and this is why fractional exponents are good. Power over root. This is really written as the power in this problem is 4, and the root is 3. So now I undo this by raising it to the 3/4 power, because I just do the reciprocal, and I like this a lot better. X is, well, here's my little thought bubble. I have to take 81 and do the 4th root of 81. Well, the 4th root of 81 is the square root twice. Square root of 81 is 9, square root of 9 is 3. I still have to take 3 and raise it to the 3rd power. So that's 27. So I do each one at a time, and there's my final answer, 27. Bye.